This technique demonstrates a true transosseous hybrid rotator cuff repair technique. This intra-articular view shows a supraspinatus tear. The awl is placed medially similar to an anchor-based technique, and the footprint reconstruction is planned with two fixation points adjacent to the articular margin. The awl can also be used to make microfracture or marrow vents in the healing surface to improve chances for biological healing. Note the marrow elements egressing into the healing space. The subacromial bursa is resected, and a technical pearl is to use a low antero-inferior portal. The tunneling device is inserted through the portal in an inverted fashion. Here we penetrate the subdeltoid bursa, scrape up the side of the tuberosity, rotate the instrument, and insert it into the anterior tunnel. The instrument is then rotated inferiorly to achieve the largest bone bridge possible. An awl rather than a drill is used to insert the suture, minimizing the weakening effect on the bone, and the shuttling suture is retrieved. The shuttling suture is managed through the superiormedial portal, and a triplet of sutures is placed into the tunnel and managed anteriorly in a topographically correct fashion, mimicking what's happening inside the joint. The inferior limbs are secured in static mode to the coban, while the superior limbs are secured with a clip in a sliding mode to allow ease of suture management. The posterior tunnel will be managed in a similar fashion after creation through the same portal. Here the intra-articular view shows two tunnels with three sutures present for the footprint reconstruction. These sutures are managed with a cannula through the same portal, creating a very simple configuration for suture management. The sutures are passed with an antegrade passer, and two sutures are retrieved, one from the anterior and one from the posterior tunnel, to create a mattress suture. The sutures are tied extracorporeally by means of a surgeon's knot reinforced with half hitches. These sutures are then managed out of the superiormedial portal. The simple sutures in the anterior and posterior tunnels are tied with the knots low and lateral using a sliding locking knot. Pulling on the inferior limbs of the mattress suture allows the knot to be positioned in a beneficial location to maximize surface area compression. The inferior limbs are then tied with a static knot. The crossing stitch begins by retrieving the posterior superiormedial limb out of the cannula, and then retrieving the infero-anterolateral limb of the anterior tunnel out of the same cannula. These limbs are tied together extracorporeally. The sutures are optimally positioned to reduce a small dog ear and then tied with a static knot. At this phase, an all transosseous repair has been completed. Leaving the medial tails long allows us to provide independent backup fixation as well as a final tightening step on the construct by means of a lateral row anchor. The medial tails are retrieved through the cannula, and a knotless lateral row anchor is brought inferior to the mattress limb of the construct, providing a self-reinforcing construct similar to the transosseous equivalent technique. Here the posterior view of the repair is demonstrated. Rotational stability is shown. The lateral view demonstrates nice coaptation of the tear, and the self-reinforcing construct of the anchor below the horizontal limb of the mattress suture is shown. Thus, a 5 fixation point repair is secured with double reinforcing geometry, and the interarticular view demonstrates satisfactory repair.